Zero Hotel Foxjet, stand by one, I'll call you right back. Terry, you have an 890 Sierra for Hawker, 815, 15 minutes, stay until 15:30, fuel drop fast.
Complex. That word describes today's ramp. Aircraft are high-tech. Handling practices are too. Your ramp is a fast-paced world of traffic congestion, last-minute changes, split-second decisions. As general and commercial aviation continue to grow, training is more important than ever. With innovations in safety management and standardized training, aircraft owners, fixed-based operators, and you can operate to this industry best practice, the NATA Safety First Ramp Communications Safety Awareness Program. In this video, air charter and fixed-based operators will learn how safety awareness and effective communication can help you identify hazards and minimize or eliminate risk. NATA's best practices have been developed to enhance ground operations safety and quality through proven time-tested practices. By adopting NATA's recommended best practices, aircraft ramp operations will be conducted in a more professional, coordinated, and ultimately safer manner. An operation that follows the NATA Safety First Ramp Communications Safety Awareness Program will benefit by eliminating known hazards. Our best practices were developed by the industry and NATA's aviation experts. Start by raising your awareness and expertise. Know and use proven tools to reinforce the fact that everyone has a part in safety. The foundation of NATA's Safety First Ramp Communications Safety Awareness Program.
Teamwork, safety first.
Many unfortunate incidents and accidents have occurred because personnel simply don't understand the other's duties and responsibilities. For example, line techs have marshaled aircraft into tight spots, or pilots have ignored the ground crew's signal to stop. When events like these were fully analyzed, we learned that a lack of understanding of the other's job was the root cause. So let's take a look at both worlds. On the flight line, we have professional line service technicians, mechanics, and customer service professionals. In the cockpit, we have professional pilots performing multiple complex tasks, all to exacting standards. Historically, training on ground communication signals was left to reviewing the Aeronautical Information Manual. Today, training is much more complex and focused. NATA has identified the need to reinforce ground communication signals to match the growth of the industry. This video training program will address effective communication procedures that ground and flight operations personnel must be proficient with when communicating on the ground, so we all speak a common language to an international standard. We will cover standard ground signals and procedures, the right tools for the job, arrival signals, ramp safety, and departure signals. The right tools for the job. The professional line tech is equipped with safety glasses, to the ANSI standard, to protect against eye injury from flying debris, hearing protection, suitable for the environment you are operating in, a whistle to use to alert others to hazardous conditions or to signal stop, radio to communicate with operations and coordinate services, bright fluorescent vest so you can be seen and be safe, gloves, a breakaway ID lanyard, day and illuminated night wands. Wands should be easy to see, day or night, clearly visible in day, lit at night. Chocks. NATA recommends rubber chocks or chocks suitable for the environment and aircraft. Fluorescent cones, placed to protect and draw attention to the aircraft. Cones that are bright, clean, reflective. And training. This video will provide the foundation for both pilots and ground personnel to work together, protecting each other, our customers, and our customers' aircraft by communicating in an effective, clear, and precise manner. When ground crew and pilots don't understand each other and the demands of their respective jobs, accidents can and will happen. And accidents mean higher operating costs, downtime, lost revenue, higher insurance costs, and customer dissatisfaction. NATA's Safety First Ramp Communications Safety Awareness Program will help both pilots and ground crew understand the complex demands of each other's duties. Standard ground signals and procedures. Arrival. Standard ground signals, so we all understand the same language, delivered with military precision. The lead line tech will position himself at the spot where the aircraft will be serviced. Once the aircraft is in sight, the line tech will give the ready to guide signal. For this signal, stand with feet slightly apart and arms raised straight above the head. Like all forms of communication, the message you're trying to convey may be misinterpreted if you do not use the proper words, or in this case, the proper signals. It is important for the line technician to remember that his actions are being interpreted by someone at the controls of a very complex piece of equipment. To taxi the aircraft straight ahead, hold both arms out to the sides at a 90-degree angle and exercise both the forearms in a come-ahead motion. To signal a right turn, hold the left arm and wand outstretched to the side, while the right arm executes the come-ahead signal. To signal a left turn, hold the right arm and wand outstretched to the side, while the left arm executes the come-ahead signal. All marshalling signals should be performed at a slow, precise cadence. To slow the aircraft, hold both elbows at your side with the forearms forward and at a 90-degree angle to the body. Using the standard cadence, repeatedly move both forearms in a downward motion. Affirmative, thumbs up, is a signal used in many situations. It is used to indicate the acknowledgement of instructions, or that the area is clear to continue movement, or everything is okay. Negative, thumbs down, is the signal used to indicate no or not ready. To indicate clearance between aircraft and a fixed object, hold both arms overhead, approximating the relative distance between the aircraft and the object. To bring the aircraft to a stop, the signal begins with arms down at the side. Then, in a slow movement, raise both arms in a sweeping motion until the wands meet overhead and are crossed. This signal should be given when the aircraft is approximately 10 feet from its final parking spot. The line tech must not be abrupt with this signal, as the pilot will react immediately to the stop signal. Hold this position until the chocks are inserted. To signal an immediate stop, cross both wrists or wands above your head. To signal wheel chocks installed, raise both arms overhead with wands pointed inward toward each other. Make an inward motion with both arms, indicating the chocks have been installed. To signal set brakes, extend both arms overhead and clench both fists. This tells the pilot to set his brakes. To signal release brakes, hold both fists overhead, then extend and spread the fingers. This tells the pilot to release the brakes. To stop the aircraft engines, move the right hand and wand across the throat. When the pilot wants an external power source connected, the pilot will insert his right hand into the cupped fist of his left hand. To signal that the ground power unit has been connected, hold the left hand across the chest and move the right hand from the side to the palm of the left hand. A closed fist is also acceptable. For aircraft equipped with air stairs, you may be asked to provide an all-clear signal before the flight crew extends the air stairs. This is mainly performed during quick-turn operations and will be requested by the flight crew prior to arrival via Unicom. To signal OK to extend air stairs, the line tech extends both arms out to the left side and up at a 45-degree angle, and then sweeps the right arm downward in a deliberate motion, duplicating the air stair movement. For transport category aircraft that require headset communication to be connected, the pilot will cover his ears with his hands, signaling for headset communications. If the pilot has lost headset communication with the ground crew, he will duplicate the motion by placing both hands over the ears, indicating that he cannot hear your communications. Standard ground signals and procedures. Ramp safety. Once the aircraft is in its final servicing position and the engines have come to a complete stop, only then can ground support equipment approach the aircraft for servicing. NATA recommends a standard 50 and 10-foot positive control stop when approaching an aircraft for servicing. A full stop must be performed at the 50 and 10-foot marks to determine that the brakes are fully operational and that all control mechanisms are functioning properly. In addition, speed restrictions apply within the 50 and 10-foot marks. From the 50-foot full stop position, proceed to the aircraft at or below 5 miles per hour. At the 10-foot mark, perform the second full stop. Any further movement toward the aircraft must be made with a guide person and at a dead slow pace. Pre-planning is critical to each and every aircraft servicing operation. It is also required when positioning your service vehicles in close proximity to the aircraft that you control the approach at an angle which will allow sufficient room to take evasive action in the event of a brake or mechanical failure. Vehicle movement under any aircraft is strictly prohibited. Standard ground signals and procedures. Departure signals. To properly communicate with the pilot of an aircraft ready to depart, it is essential that you maintain direct visual contact with the pilot. To accomplish this, the line tech stands facing the pilot, usually just slightly off the nose of the aircraft. From this position, the signals passed between the pilot and line tech will be clearly visible and clearly understood. To signal OK to close air stairs, the line tech extends one arm out to the left side and up at a 45-degree angle, and then sweeps the right arm upward in a deliberate motion to join the left arm. When the pilot wants the ground power unit disconnected, the pilot will place his right hand inside the cup palm of his left hand and will pull down on his right hand as if pulling the plug from the aircraft. To signal that the ground power unit has been disconnected, place the right hand across the chest and with the left hand cover the fingers of the right hand. Then pull the right hand away, holding the right hand low and away at the side. To signal start engines, stand approximately 20 feet in front of the aircraft. The engines on multi-engined aircraft are numbered from the pilot's left to right, as indicated here. To signal start an engine, hold the left arm out to the side with forearm pointing toward the sky. Indicate which engine is clear to start by indicating the engine number with the fingers of the left hand. With the right arm, rotate the forearm in a 12-inch circle repeatedly. Once the engine begins to spool up, stand ready for the next signal. To signal fire in the engine, extend and wave the right arm in a fanning motion below the waist. If it is a multi-engined aircraft, hold the left arm up and out to the side, indicating which engine has developed the fire. To indicate a smoke or fire condition in the aircraft's braking system, the line tech points to the specific landing gear and with the right hand makes a rapid fanning motion to alert the crew. Do not move flight control surfaces. This signal is performed to alert the pilot of a potential hazard near the aircraft's flight control surfaces, such as improperly staged ground equipment. To perform this signal, grip the wand at its midpoint with your right hand and extend overhead until viewed and acknowledged by the pilot. To pass control off to another guide person, stand facing the aircraft with the upper torso turned toward the next guide person, while extending both arms and wands in the direction of the guide person. To signal end of ground guidance, the line tech faces the pilot, gives a crisp military salute with the right hand, indicating that all is clear to depart. Once this signal is received by the pilot, the line tech will stand easy and monitor the aircraft's progress off the ramp while performing a last visual inspection of the aircraft to ensure all service access doors are secure. If problems are detected or if something is wrong, signal the pilot or contact operations immediately. Let's take a look at a typical departure on a multi-engine aircraft. Start engines.
Start has terminated, oil pressure, single rudder, and hides check. After start checklist.
Chocks removed. Taxi ahead. Turn to taxiway. pass control, and ground guidance. Remember, even though the aircraft is under its own power, the passengers on board the aircraft are looking at everything, especially you. Your actions and appearance directly reflect the quality of your organization. NATA's Safety First Ramp Communications Safety Awareness Program helps pilots and ground crew understand the complex demands of each other's role. Working together in this fast-paced environment, pilots and ground support personnel make up a formidable team. When ramp communication is performed in a clear, concise, and professional manner, ramp operations will be smoother, safer, and more satisfying for you and your customers. By following NATA's Safety First Ramp Communications Safety Awareness Program, safety on the ramp has never been more achievable.